Well, you've probably seen the headlines. If you pick up a daily news, it's the front page of the paper.
Or if you're on the internet at all, it's all over social media.
A longtime Flyers season ticket holder says Gritty, the mascot, physically assaulted his son, and now Philadelphia police are involved.
Chris Greenwald claims Gritty assaulted his 13-year-old son, Brandon, after this photo was taken at a Flyers event last November. He says Brandon tapped Gritty on the head 3 times. Then, as they walked away, he says Gritty hit his son's back. Greenwald told us he only went to police after he wasn't getting any answers from the Flyers.
I asked for a couple things. I asked for the video of the incident to say the review. I asked for an apology, and I asked for my son's medical bills to, be reimbursed. They told me that none of the video cameras were working that day during the event at the Wells Fargo Center. Because if they release the video, it will be a PR nightmare for them.
Greenwald wants to be clear he does not plan on suing anyone.
Attorney Joe Marone is here. Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Good morning.
So, were the cameras not working, or they just weren't pointed in the right direction? Do we know?
Well, according to the Flyers, they weren't pointed in the right direction.
Spaces.
So there's no. But the more interesting thing is it was a photo op, and for season ticket holders, and there's no witnesses to support their story. In fact, if you look at the picture they're complaining about, there's a person in there, a third person, and so where's he at with supporting their story? So the only person that's supporting their story is obviously the father and the son, so it remains to be seen.
And the third person is, Gritty usually has bodyguards standing with him, so it'd be somebody who's affiliated with the Flyers standing in the photo with the sunglasses.
And there was a number of fans there too, right?
That's true, right. You'd think if a photo op, there'd be a line of people who would be waiting to get their photo taken next.
So the allegation is Gritty, after he's tapped in the head by the boy, he jumps up and he lunges at the boy, runs at the boy, and punches him in the back. So you have nobody to support that. That kind of raises an eyebrow.
But there are the injuries, and what were the injuries that he's claiming Brandon got?
So a week later, he goes to a chiropractor. Apparently, the young boy has some type of sore back or something that there is a provable injury, which obviously kind of adds to it. But right now there's a criminal investigation to decide whether or not Gritty committed assault on this boy, given what happened. The only facts you got in the case is the story from the father and the son. There's nothing else, so I don't know how far it's going to go. Plus, I don't think anybody would ever convict Gritty. I mean, there's an outcry all over social media. In fact, there's a couple fans that said, first of all, I hate jury duty, but if this was ever a case I could sit on, I'd free Gritty. Another person said, I would love to have my son punched by Gritty. I'd be honored. So, with that being said, that tells you right now Gritty's got no shot of being convicted.
We shall see, because the police are involved, but... So how did it was a photo op, and the kid tapped Gritty on the head?
Well, they had a photo op after the photo op, allegedly, and they admitted that the boy tapped Gritty on the head, and as a result of that, he retaliated and lunged at the boy and punched him in the back.
Punched him in the back.
But that's Gritty's behavior. I mean,
he's an antagonist.
Broad street bullies, man. That's what Gritty's all about. So you got to expect that. On a legal perspective, you got to say, hey, there's somewhat of an assumption of risk when you're around Gritty. You know what his behavior is. So if you're going to go tap him on the head, you can expect he's going to retaliate. So I don't think they're going to go very far even with the story. If you can prove that Gritty actually punched him in the back, so far other than their own account, nobody else is supporting it.
That and the injuries.
Well, and the injuries, but
I mean, it could be somewhere else, but still.
But is it here's the picture. It's a professional photo op. Is there a photographer you can take a picture?
Yeah, it was for season ticket holders, and the Flyers went out of their way to try to make it right. Where it went bad was they wanted an apology and an admission that it happened. Flyers wouldn't do that. So
you would think, though, if they're inviting people in to do a photo op, that you'd want a video camera just in case, because you never know. You're having kids and people moving through there. You want video.
Where's the photographer? Who took
but it's a still photographer, so they may not have been taking photos.
The interesting thing is, so now that the police are investigating, they have the ability to go out and try to see if they can find video. If they find video and it shows it, it could change the story. But still, even at that, and you know what's sad? If you go on the Facebook of the boy and the father, they've been season ticket holders for 22 years. They're avid fans. There's even a picture of the dad with, I believe, Snyder, the previous owner. So. But this is crazy. So how do you go and you criminally charge a mascot?
They say they're not going to be ticket holders anymore, though.
Well, they went to a game last week, so I'm not so sure about that.
When did this happen?
I believe this happened in November.
Okay.
So, and then this has been going on for about a month. But you know what? If they criminally charge Gritty, every time there's an altercation with a fan going forward, they're going to go to the police. The police are going to have a headache on their hands. I think they'll never bring charges against poor Gritty.
Which is why I feel like they should have a video camera. That way, just like Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, they have a camera in the car, so that way, you know, if somebody's going to make a claim, there's video evidence at all times whether or not something happened.
Well, whether there's no video or not, it seems like a photographer was in the area, asked that photographer, what did you see? I guess they...
Yeah, plus there was a number of other people, and the flyers have indicated that no one can support their accounts, which doesn't help their case at all.
No.
So that's not good.
Well, the Flyers put out a statement saying, we took Mr. Greenwell's allegations seriously and conducted a thorough investigation that found nothing to support this claim, which is what you've been saying all along, Joe.
Right. So now,
So we'll see what the police are able to find, if anything.
well, listen, I hope that these two fans of 22 years kind of make amends and maybe they can come up with something. But everybody's waiting to see if Gritty's taken into custody. I'll tell you what, though, if Gritty gets arrested, I'll represent him for free.
You will? For
Yeah,
free?
for free. You can put it on the record right now.
We'll make sure and pass the
MaroonLaw.com.
message.
Have Gritty call me because Gritty has no shot of being convicted.
Would they use fur-lined handcuffs? They'd have to be
That's going to
pretty
be
big.
interesting. Are they going to do the perp walk for Gritty? Are they going to walk him into the Justice Center?
I mean, on a serious note, it would be the person, you know,
Who works with Gritty?
who works with Gritty.
But if the case goes forward, I think Gritty has to be tried as Gritty, right? Because I think it
Are you okay?
no, am I okay?
Okay. We'll stay with it.
You got it.
I want to be at the fingerprinting, though, if this happens.
Yeah, it's going to be
Oh, yeah,
difficult.
you wouldn't have fingerprints, I don't think.
What are we going to have to do about that? I mean,
Yeah, the mugshot would be something, too. No, the family's serious about this, so we'll continue to follow it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
thank you.